The United States sends Israel billions of dollars of aid each year, and a lot of people having a major issue with that, especially on the left and right wing, and I can understand some voices on the right wing saying, America first, let's take care of our own people and problems, and I completely understand where they're coming from. The thing is, the foreign aid that the United States sends to Israel each year benefits America in different ways, and what's not being talked about is what America is getting in return from sending foreign aid to Israel. Each year, America sends Israel billions of dollars of aid, and in return, the United States gets materials and goods worth billions of dollars, a lot more in value than what they've sent to Israel, along with intelligence and any other technology upgrades manufactured in Israel gets shared with the United States. Like, for example, last year, back in 2024, the United States sent $14.8 billion in foreign aid to Israel, and in return from Israel, the United States received $22.5 billion in materials and goods in that same year. This information is not hard to find, and as you clearly can see on this chart right here. For the past 5 years, it's been the same results. We received more from Israel than we send out, and it also helped benefits America's economy as well, since more than 1,000 businesses have government contracts. Plus, it's just another trade relationship the United States have with another country. And this is just from the year 2020. Let's go further back to the year 2013. The United States sent Israel $8.52 billion in foreign aid. And in return from Israel, the US received $22.6 billion. And in 2014, the US sent Israel $8.97 billion in foreign aid. And in return from Israel, the US received $22.8 billion and materials and goods. And honestly, we can go all the way back further to the year 2000. And in the year 2000, the United States sent Israel $7.1 billion in foreign aid. And in return, the United States received $12.6 billion and materials and goods from Israel. In the year 2001, the United States sent Israel $7.24 billion in foreign aid. And in return, the United States received $11.7 billion in materials and goods from Israel. Also in 2002, the US sent $6.44 billion in foreign aid to Israel. And in return, the US received $12.3 billion in materials and goods from Israel. And let's take a look at the year 2008, shall we? In 2008, the US sent $8.54 billion in foreign aid. And in return, the United States received $22.1 billion in materials and goods from Israel, and it's been the exact same result since the 2000s, all the way up until now. It's actually pretty fascinating that during the 2008 financial crisis, the US received more from Israel than it gave to Israel during a major financial crisis. For example, if you look at this chart from the year 2017, the United States sent $8.15 billion and foreign aid to Israel, and in return that same year from Israel, the US received $20.9 billion in materials, supplies, and various kinds of goods that the United States received from Israel that same year. So let's stop with all this fear-mongering that Israel controls the United States government, or that Israel depends on the United States, like the United States doesn't get anything in return from Israel. Or a lot of these fear-mongering anti-Israel noisemakers on the left, that they don't want their tax dollars going to Israel, but had no problem with the Biden administration sending Ukraine over $182 billion to help fight their war against Russia and fund their economy. Need I remind you that it was American tax dollars being sent to Ukraine, $182 billion of it to fight Russia as well? But no, everyone on the left were all for it. At least the right wing I can understand and respect where they're coming from. Basically, they don't want no involvement in any foreign conflicts at all, and don't want America sending any aid to fund any other country's conflicts. I'm not talking about the far right wing, which is now being called the woke right. The woke right are these conservative influences, or so-called conservative influencers, are just spreading a bunch of anti-Israel propaganda and trying to disguise their language as, I'm just asking questions, or Israel is not above criticism. And nobody is saying that Israel is above criticism or cannot be criticised, but that's how they're trying to frame it. Listening to most of their rhetoric about Israel and Jewish people, the far right wing, aka the woke right, it's no different than what the left is doing as far as not doing the research on what they're talking about and intentionally distorting facts to push out false narrative to get you to change your way of thinking, then intentionally leaving out key details. and also confidently reporting on conspiracy theories and false narratives like they've actually done the research and know what they're talking about when most of their rhetoric can be easily debunked with less than an hour of research. My issue with these anti-Israel content creators and influencers is that they're just going along with a trend and not doing their research. Some of them even meant that they don't know much about the conflict, but still choose to speak on it, like they know what they're talking about. Or you have the ones who intentionally and maliciously leave out important facts and details and lie to everyone who don't know nothing about the conflict.